Hey everyone, I just finished watching President Donald Trump's first State of the Union address, and I also got to watch the Democratic response from Joe Kennedy III. Honestly, I thought that the speech was actually pretty good. I like the fact that Trump did talk about the whole immigration problem, and he even made his own immigration plan, which he set out for Congress, which included 4 pillars, basically giving DACA recipient, or well, no, not DACA recipients, Dreamers, the ability to be given citizenship, the building a wall, of course, the end to sanctuary cities, and a few other things that I'm not gonna cover right now, but I'm just gonna look at the overall speech overall, and as well as a Democratic response. He also talked about how a lot of other jobs are coming back to the United States. Chrysler originally was planning to build a factory in Mexico, but now is going back to Michigan in order to build factories there and to provide more jobs. Hopefully, I could see Detroit, the city that originally was a manufacturing powerhouse in the United States, come back to life. I'm hopeful for that. Plus, I kind of like the fact that he also mentioned how businesses are giving massive raises to its employees, and also some added bonuses as well. And of course, he did talk about the recent tax reform bill that he made. Although we won't be starting to feel the major effects until April 15th, which is when we have to do our taxes and stuff. So we're just gonna have to wait on that. But still, that is gonna give us a lot of money in our pockets, and that's gonna boost up the economy as well. Speaking of which, he also mentioned the rising of the stock market, and right now, as I saw from Vox News, currently the economy GDP is growing at 2.6%. While Trump has said during the campaign that he wants to get to 4%, that's still pretty good. I love that. In fact, it's pretty close to from either his second quarter or his third quarter from 2017, where the GDP was actually over 3%. That was pretty good. And honestly, I think that it still might be possible with the GDP growth reaching above 4%. And I hope that one day does happen under Trump's presidency. Plus, have been getting a lot of new jobs. I don't recall what the actual number was that he created, but I would have to estimate around 2 million just his first year in office. Just his first year. That stuff, I don't think Obama, the previous president, actually made that much in his first year. I think it may have been like at least 1.6 million. But I'm not sure, so I don't really have any statistics on that. So sorry about that. Although he has been this has been going good, he still thinks that we still need to do some more, especially on infrastructure. He wants to get stuff like an infrastructure spending bill passed by Congress and onto his desk very soon. He wants a $1.5 trillion fund for infrastructure projects. And honestly, while I am against the idea of increased spending, this is definitely going to be a major boost because it's going to help with the growth of the economy over time. Because all the infrastructure is definitely going to is a major benefactor in how we drive our economy, how we transport goods and stuff. If it becomes obsolete, then our economy stalls. So that's why I think that we definitely need to get something like this bill passed in Congress. Now, again, I don't like the idea of spending more, but I hope that President Trump would actually consider gutting some of the budget so that eventually we no longer have a deficit, but maybe even a surplus. I hope that does actually happen, because I do not like the idea of having a $20 trillion debt above my head. Now, on to the Democrat response. Basically, it's as generic as the last few times. Basically, how the whole Russian involvement thing, which, yeah, Joe Kennedy III actually mentioned in his speech. I listened to it. And he also mentioned about the whole transgender people, and even also gave a obvious shout out to immigrants, basically dreamers and other illegals, as well. In fact, that is basically what he said. Like his town, the town that he was in, I think it was called Falmart. I probably got that wrong, because I may be getting it mixed up with Walmart, so I'm so sorry. But I just don't know Massachusetts really well. But anyways, he said that place is very special, like every other town, because it was made by immigrants. That may be true, but those immigrants came here legally. I'm just saying, Joe. That's the difference between the two different immigrants is whether or not one of them came in legally or illegally. Overall, his entire speech was basically dark, and he also made some weird statement about how Americans are not getting their fair share, and that the corporations, or at least the very top, are actually getting the best deal. That, while corporations are getting a good deal, so are other Americans. In fact, they have actually been given $1,000 bonuses, or even $2,000 from other companies, and that's been happening since the tax reform bill that was passed back during Christmas. So I don't see how what he said was the truth. Overall, his speech was definitely dark. While he did have the look of a Kennedy, like John F. Kennedy or Robert Kennedy, he doesn't sound like it. Usually, Kennedys are more optimistic. Not this guy. From what I got from him, it was more like a pessimistic kind of feeling. That's the complete opposite of what I felt during the State of the Union address. And I don't think that's going to help them at all. Plus, adding to the fact that they're further adding this stupid Russia collusion thing, and this whole claim that Americans are not getting their fair share bullcrap. I don't understand it at all. On one hand, we see what they're saying, or well, we hear what they're saying. That's what I mean to say. But on the other, we're getting different results. We're getting bonuses, we're getting jobs back, and we're securing our border. In fact, illegal immigration has been down for by 70% in Trump's first year. Plus, he's already been testing the prototypes of the border wall, and so far, from what I heard, that they've been pretty great. Only one person in the entire command of a special forces unit managed to get at the top of the wall, but funny thing is, he couldn't make it back down. That's honestly a little bit funny, but that alone just proves how much has changed with this presidency. And honestly, and I hope to see more of this. I really do. Now Trump didn't mention anything about Obamacare, but I still think that's going to be his major plan, to get fully repealed at least. But right now he's focusing on on issues like immigration, and even a few issues like foreign policy, like with the protests happening in Iran and the situation in North Korea. Other than that, I don't know what else his major objectives are for this year. So we're gonna have to tune in on that as the year continues. That's all I have for you for today. My name is Noah from the Arc of Truth. See ya.